10 things I'm watching this 15th week of 2023. It ranges all the way from Ethereum unstaking on Wednesday. Wednesday especially is going to be a crucial day, you will see. And it goes all the way to the Chess World Championship. So let's dive in. Hope you're having a good start into this week. Last week, start to a new quarter, was surprisingly quiet from a news perspective. Yeah, we had a couple of things. We had the sushi swap hack, but I think as a bigger picture, extremely quiet, especially what you're used to in the weeks prior. So extremely quiet, news-wise, price-wise, almost too quiet. Couple of things to watch. Obviously, the upcoming week are we going to see this quietness continue? Binance has pretty much sold off all their BUSD now. So yeah, if you have been following either this here or the videos on the company channel, always on Tuesdays, then you definitely know my thoughts around this. So yeah, 10 things. What's happening? Well, Wednesday is the day of the action. The entire week, it's going to be Wednesday. First and foremost, Shapella upgrade. We are having the Ethereum unstaking on Wednesday. Obviously, hopefully, if everything goes through smoothly. Now, I'm expecting this. You have what's called partial withdrawals. These are the rewards. They don't need to go through an exit queue. So this is about 1 million ETH. So about $1.8 billion in dollars. Now, it depends on how fast do people withdraw those. But in theory, they could go into the market relatively quickly. And then we have full exits. These are when the principal gets withdrawn. Now, there are tons of speculations in what the impact is going to be on the Ethereum price. The biggest mistake I see on this is that people always think or ask themselves, are the amount of staked ETH going up or down? And I personally think the amount of staked ETH is actually going to go up dramatically with this upgrade. However, that doesn't define the price. What defines the price is supply and demand of ETH, not of staked ETH, of ETH. And here I would just be very surprised if some of the very early stakers that, well, are not staking through a liquidity pool, but like really staking themselves, that they are not withdrawing some of their ETH and selling those. So I'm personally expecting a bit of a bearish sentiment for the ETH price versus the Bitcoin price until the end of the month. However, by May, I actually see this change, and I do foresee Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin again for the foreseeable future. So let's see. I mean, obviously on a personal level, my portfolio, I'm mainly invested in DeFi chain, and Ethereum is situated this way. I'm not trading this, I'm dollar cost averaging all this, but these are just my thoughts on this. And obviously, shrug emoji, this is kind of the disclaimer, liability-wise for the SEC. No financial advice, and at the end, everyone has to make their own decisions with their own finances. The next thing that's happening on Wednesday, number 2, is FOMC meeting minutes. And we're gonna see a bit of the details on how the Fed came to a 25 basis points increase conclusion. This is gonna give us some guidance on what to expect in May. And in May, I think a lot of the participants actually are expecting neither an increase nor a decrease. But I think the key question is gonna be, is the Fed gonna change their policy and is actually gonna decrease rates at the beginning of May? And I think that's what market participants are really gonna watch out for in those meeting minutes. And that leads directly to number 3 on Wednesday, which is US inflation numbers. And the key thing here is people are expecting inflation, especially core inflation, to go to around 5%. Now, why is this relevant? Because obviously interest rates still slightly lower than that. And the Fed is going to want to keep interest rates slightly above inflation. Wait until inflation comes down, bring interest rates down just slightly above, and go to the Fed's set target of 2%. So Wednesday is really the day to watch. You will see. Now, number 4 is International Monetary Fund and the World Bank are starting a week of meeting today. Now, is always a bit ominous in what's happening there, and obviously there's always some wider kind of discussions, but you can imagine that there's gonna be quite some discussion around crypto as well, especially with this pressure that the US has been putting on crypto locally. So this is probably something that I would expect out of this week. I would be surprised if there was something way more aggressive. So let's see. And then number 5, Friday, is gonna be, earnings season is starting because Q1 ended, so companies are reporting their earnings, and especially Friday is gonna be interesting because we're gonna see the large US banks. And that's gonna really kind of bring up the question on how scary is this banking crisis from March for the large banks? And do we have to kind of fear anything major there? And I think that's gonna be a turning point, really, is this gonna stop? Is there like this full backstop and everything is kind of going back to normal? Or are we actually gonna see an exacerbation of this entire thing? And so it's gonna be really a crucial week for fundamentals. Obviously, many times the price, especially over the past 3 months, reacted completely opposite to what the fundamentals kind of dictated. So let's see a bit in how this kind of turns out. This leads me to a couple of other updates. First, obviously, our own kind of report on the company. We are putting out our transparency report this week. It's going to go out on Thursday. We will be discussing it tomorrow, Tuesday, in the company channel. So go to youtube.com/Cake DeFi, and you can watch an hour of myself and Fabio discussing the transparency report and discussing the Ethereum Shapella upgrade. Key thing from a company standpoint with the Shapella upgrade is also that for you as a user, there's zero impact if you're staking ETH. You're just going to be able to withdraw at the beginning still via CSETH, which is a liquid token that you can trade. And then once the withdrawal queue is ready, then you're going to be able to withdraw natively onto the Ethereum chain. So yeah, that's going to be definitely interesting. That brings me to point number 7, MetaChain. DevNet is ready or about to be ready, so watch the process on this. If you are planning on launching a DEP on MetaChain, get your horses ready. It's going to be absolutely exciting, and this is going to be a real key focus point. Point number 8 on our enterprise side. We are going to launch our long format blog post discussing the US crackdown and how this may continue. It's going to be quite an interesting analysis, you will see. And we're ready to accept customers after our alpha launch Q4, Q1. So head over to enterprise.cakedefi.com and have a look. And number 9, number 10 are very off topic. Chess World Championship has started yesterday. First game ended in a draw between Ding Liren and Ian Nepomniachtchi. Yeah, quite interesting. Obviously, like a little bit disappointing not to see Magnus Carlsen play. Long story. So, but if you enjoy chess, and I think you know that I enjoy chess, then yeah, take a look. Yeah, watch the summaries or get a bit of some highlights. I think it's always interesting to see tactics and strategies kind of play out there. And last but not least, for all the basketball fans, and I haven't been watching basketball at all the entire season, but the NBA regular season has come to a close. So playoffs, first the play-in is starting, and then the playoffs are starting later this week. So yeah, I need to get into the groove for that again. Supporting Golden State. Man, it's been a long time that I've been supporting them. Actually, almost 10 years now. Crazy. Ups and downs. Let's see. I think the season was more of a down, but I think they're picking up. Yeah, let's see. So, 10 things. Wednesday is gonna be pivotal. I'm really expecting a volatile week, actually. So, let's see. Let me know what you're watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, let me know. Follow the channel, subscribe, like, get the notifications so you don't miss anything here. And then I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.